Hi everyone, today we're going to talk about CBEX that just recently wiped off investors' money. I'm sure you've been seeing the buzz everywhere. So, beyond CBEX, let's talk about Ponzi expectations by a lot of people who say they are investors, but they are really investing in the Ponzi schemes. And this is not the first time. They almost have the same strategy. They just change the names, structure, a little bit, tweak it here and there, and they still come out and people fall for it. First of all, even the victims, some people, I've recently heard people say they are not victims, that they are enablers. So that if these people who claim that, they have fallen victim, it has happened to them before. But the question is, if they are supporting this type of a thing, that's why they keep finding our country as a breeding ground for this type of business. So honestly, I speak with pain in my heart. It took me a few days for me to come up with this particular conversation, but I feel like there's just so much. A trillion, my God, a trillion naira lost just like that. The thing is that personally, I feel like many people love quick success. Okay, people like quick return on investment, quick growth. So when you are talking to somebody and you say this stock is paying dividends of 14% per annum, they're like, what? A whole year, 14%. And that is why they are willing to put in when they hear 50%, 100% in 30 days. But mind you, in stock market, for example, sometimes you can actually make 100% in 30 days. It just doesn't happen all the time. It may just be a one-off thing. Okay. So the root of Ponzi scheme is impatience. Most people are so impatient, they do not realize that building real wealth takes time. Let's take a look at Elon Musk. This guy has been talking about Mars for a long time, almost like a decade. He has been raising billions of dollars for this project. But the thing is that he has a plan of what he wants to do. They know these things take time. But for us here, we do not understand that these things can happen. An experienced business person will tell you that slow and steady is the code of success. Like, keep building, keep stacking. And I like this analogy because that's what happens in the stock market too. When you want to build real wealth, the wealth that you are going to enjoy it in your retirement, your children will also enjoy it, is the one that stays, and you stack it little by little. They don't just grow overnight just like that. Sometimes high speed and high usually go hand in hand. Like, you are speeding without direction. So this is one of the reasons why I just felt like, well, I'm going to talk about this because I feel like we are so badly oriented when it comes to investments. So that's why one of the worst used words in Nigeria is actually investment, because things like Ponzi schemes and Ponzi mindsets have actually changed a lot of things, and people think that this is how this thing is supposed to be. And a lot of people love big numbers. As far as you are promising them big numbers, they are so willing to do it. Can you imagine saying a whole $1.3 trillion just lost like that? So I recently watched this documentary and I realized that these people, they are just big on strategy. They are organized, they take time, they will give you a lot of reasons to believe in them, and people actually fall from it. But honestly, small profit is better than a big loss. If you have a business that have given you, like, say, 20%, it's better than losing everything because you're trying to get 100%. So always focus on small profits that will give you good return, because you don't build wealth urgently, really. You build wealth gradually. And that is why I say that if you do not pay to get financial education, you will pay the price of ignorance. You will pay the price of poor decisions, poor financial decisions, because you have refused to get access to information that can change your life. So, why am I saying this? You need to get financially educated. That you're a doctor, engineer, lawyer, and all of those things does not take out the fact that people still fall into this victim. If we look deep, we see that there are so many people who are top professionals who fell into this situation. Do you even know that building little by little, the lazy way, can change your life? I'm going to show you something wonderful. This is a strategy that I have been teaching in my community. Do you know that if you start with 20,000 naira today, there are so many investments I think recently we have discovered this cowrie wise that can give you 23% per annum. Now check if every month you just put in 10,000 naira. You started with 20,000 naira and then every month you put in 10,000 naira. And this is compounding for you on monthly basis and then you get 23% annually. Do you know that in 20 years, you can actually have 36 million stacked up for you? Now, what you have contributed in total is 2.4 million, but 34 million has been accumulated due to compound interest. These are easier ways you can build educational fund for your children. When your children are born, you start putting small, small money like this in their own, create an account for them. Tell me someone who is getting to this age and you have up to 36 million to fund the person's education. See, these are simple ways you can use to build wealth. What I'm saying is try and join our community and you can learn the best way to manage and build wealth. Do you even know what pains me the most before I wrap it up? Is that a lot of genuine businesses could have benefited from this 1.3 trillion that has just gone down the drain, wiped off just like that because of bad choices. Get financial education today. Join a money community. Learn how to manage your money and be in control of your finances.